welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, this kind of matchup is always a challenge. Coach told me bringing a team in here on the road can be hard. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Cornhuskers ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The run inside. It's Davison. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season now.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready.
Gets the back moving.
Ready, go.
Right back to the well. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
But one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
With the catch, it's Hill. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. And these guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Under fire. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Dante Moore bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Touchdown, Ducks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running inside, it's Nelson. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll try it again. Knocked down for the tackle.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Gonna run it. It's Nelson. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Back to throw, it's Calandria. He's got his man, makes the grab. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
A run for the quarterback. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
Throwing more. Makes the grab. It's Davison. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing?
Got a little grass. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Ducks getting set on first and 10. Moore with the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Makes the catch, it's Barney. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fakes the grab. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. And he's stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to throw. It's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Moore fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Complete downfield. Inside. 15 out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Moore to the air again. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On the direct snap, it's Davison. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go play action with Moore. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Smith just dismissing tackles. Touchdown, Ducks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 11 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Fighting Irish coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Back to pass. It's Calandria. Working that left side now. Turning it on. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got a man. It's Barney. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't hold on. He had it right in the middle, and he flat dropped it.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it!
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, 3rd down and long situation to get that conversion and now get 1st and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They come out for the first time in this 2nd half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Got his man downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Davison.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
With the catch, it's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here's more to throw. Gonna take a shot. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous catch.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Trying to run, it's Davison. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Slams it ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
More to throw for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play for him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Mills. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Here's the pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Slips through the line. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Dante Moore. Catch in the middle. It's Davison. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On the run, it's Davison. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Moore, play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one.
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Moore with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Fourth down, Moore. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barney. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Now from inside the red zone. And wings it incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations. With this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Pulls it in on the right. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Ducks. Roll his way into the end zone. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Throwing Moore. Finds his man, it's Griffin. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Running inside, it's Davison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got it set up on the outside. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Moore. Pressure coming. A shot toward the end zone. Looking for the goal line. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And they'll take a knee.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too, so we know they're going to a bowl game.